Socks?
Those are his pants. Here, use this.
Okay.
Yeah, pot.
You know, I was thinking about how easy Claire was with you. And Harold, you know, he warmed up to you right away, and that is a rare thing.
Well, I think when you and
guarantee
Barbara bring his second grandchild down to him, he'll warm up to her, too.
If he's around that long.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, hey. Yeah.
Hal, why does he keep you at such a distance?
Did you notice that? Well, it's because he's not entirely convinced that I'm his son.
You know, you told me about that a long time ago, but I never really understood.
Well, I just can't believe that my mother was unfaithful to him. Although, God knows, Harold gave her reason to be unfaithful, but there was a man who cared very deeply for my mother. His name was Lester Carner. He used to write her poetry. But Lester has been dead for many years, and so has Mother, and the truth died with them. I wonder who that could be.
Who is it?
It's Claire.
Come on in, Claire.
Oh, I'm sorry to disturb you. I tried your room first, Hallie, but you weren't there, and so
Did you see how all those guys were staring at you? It was like you were the only woman in the whole room. Julie,
would you give me some punch? Hi, Julie. Oh, hi. Andy's getting me punch. That's a very nice dress. Oh, thank you. So it's yours. It's very festive. So you guys know a lot of people here?
Actually, not really. I can't recognize some people from class.
Hi, Carrie. How you doing? How are you? Good. Do you know Julie? Julie Wendell, Carrie Sturgis. Hi. Hello, Julie. Duke, this is Bruce Smithwick, and here's Duke Kramer.
You grad student? No. Freshman. So, what's with the camera? Yeah, I work on the school paper. And what year are you in?
I'm not. My boyfriend, Andy Dixon, is a sophomore.
Oh, sure, yeah. Now I know why you look familiar. Andy and I are in the same photography class. I saw the proof sheets you took of you. You're incredibly photogenic. Well, I'll go get some punch and see if I can find Andrew. And you're D.A. Hughes' daughter, right?
Yes.
How about I take a picture of you and Carrie together? Show that the daughters of two political adversaries could be such good friends. I got a direct punch.
Well, you must be new around here. I'd recognize a sweet thing like you. Where are you from?
Seattle.
Seattle, huh? Isn't that where Duke Kramer's from? You two know each other?
Yes, but I'm not interested in talking about ancient history right now.
Oh, I get it. An old boyfriend, huh? How about a dance?
No, thank you. I'm with my boyfriend, Andy Dixon.
Dixon? You can't be serious.
Oh, yes, I'm very serious.
It's all the same. We can't let this music go to waste.
I said no.
Nobody said no to Kevin Marshall. What do you...
No.
Jeez!
I wish I got a picture of that.
Julie? What happened? Oh.
Guy Kevin was being a creep, so I cooled him off.
Oh, boy.
Oh, I had fun. I don't know, I'm just so happy to see Duncan so happy. I think that's marvelous. It'd be nice if you could find a little of that happiness for yourself. I'm frankly getting worried with Brock's divorce dragging on and on. What is the problem, anyway? Well, he was going to leave the country to have a fast divorce, but since he was subpoenaed to testify, it doesn't look like that's going to happen.
Well, what happened to the civil divorce?
His wife's lawyer didn't want it to happen that way, and there's some family pressures.
Uh-huh. What family pressures?
Mother, please, I'm not in the mood for a third degree, okay?
Well, what do you really know about Brock or his family?
I know enough to know that I want to spend my life with him, okay?
Well, I don't know. And you would think that he would want to be with you now that the trial is looming.
Mother, he went to see his wife's family in Wisconsin for a few days.
He went to see his wife's family. He takes a vacation with the woman he's leaving when the woman he loves needs him. Don't you find that a little bizarre?
You know what I think is bizarre? I think it's bizarre that you pay so much attention to my personal life when you should be concentrating on you and John. By the way, when was the last night he spent here?
That is none of your business. And at least John is not giving me a song and dance about getting a divorce.
Brock is getting a divorce. Now stop hounding me, all right?
Look, I'm just worried about you. I don't mean to hound you. Oh, I hope this isn't the hospital. Hello? Yes, she is. Hold on. It's Brock.
Oh. Hello?
I've been calling all over town for you. Where have you been?
I was at the castle. Shannon and Duncan had an engagement party. You know, I've been very worried about what happened at your house.
Well, if you mean about my father walking in on us, I handled that. You okay?
Yeah? I don't understand why you had to pull a gun.
Well, as I told you on the way to the airport, I'm a wealthy man. And I live in an exclusive suburb with my wife and children. And unfortunately, in today's world, that makes me a target, so I carry a gun. I want you to understand that I really abhor violence as much as you do. But I thought we may have had an intruder there, and I was willing to protect you with my life. I'll have to call you back, okay?
Sounds to me, rather than letting Miss Stewart down easily, you're getting closer and closer. You play me for a fool, Brock?
Daddy, read us a bedtime story.
A story?
We'll continue this conversation later.
The people are tough. They're brave. I got home and I looked around this room, right? And I looked at the ormolu and I looked at the Sèvres and I really thought, this is really unimportant. Things that money can buy. What are they compared to people that one loves?
It's true, isn't it?
Lucinda? Matthew said to come right up. Oh, I'm so glad to see you. You look all right.
Yes, I do. Thank you, darling.
Hello, John.
Here.
Ambrose.
John's here.
Well, what's so urgent about Lily that I can't wait till
it was
tomorrow?
just an idea. It was just a thought I had about Lily. No one has heard from her, meaning that she's got enough money. She's getting along. And I thought, since she couldn't have had cash, maybe credit cards. It'd be a trail of, financial. And who's working on that? Is anyone...
Give it a rest here. Give it a rest. Iva has. Come on.
Well, darling, please, not tonight. Don't throw up Iva as a paragon of motherhood, all right? I am perfectly aware of Lily's wants, but they're not sensible. Huh?
But she's a grown woman, dear. Leave her alone.
Well, darling, I just came home from putting flowers on the grave of my little girl. And you want me to let my other little girl just flounder around aimlessly?
No, but what is this? Is it just the hell with Lily's feelings?
No, it's not the hell with... What about my feelings, John? Why don't you ever think about my feelings, John?
This is just going to lead to an argument. I don't want to fight
Wait a minute.
tonight.
Wait, darling. You're leaving? You're leaving? And the minute I talk about my feelings, you walk out on me? On a night like this?
I don't want you to say something to me that I'm going to regret, or vice versa.
Go. I think you're doing the right thing. You go right to Dr. Stewart, because she always tells you everything you want to hear, and you need that.
It's not a bad idea.
I ran into John at the castle. Lucinda and Craig should be back by now.
I just hope John and Lucinda try for a reconciliation. He is at such loose ends right now.
Oh, that's for sure. I see more of him around here leaning on your shoulder than I do at the hospital.
Honey, that's an exaggeration. I mean, he just goes over to see Duke, and
I mean, he does come over then, and we just talk about Andy and Julie.
Are they still living together?
They are inseparable.
Speaking of inseparable, Tom, who's taking care of Adam now that you're here and Margot's gone?
Go ahead, Tom, tell her.
Margot took Adam to Kentucky so Hal's father could see his grandson before he dies.
Ah, so that's why Margot wanted the day off.
Yes, it is. I mean, I would have gone down myself, but I couldn't with the trial so close.
Seeing that little boy will do wonders for Hal's father, I'm sure. I know it must be unsettling to you two, but I do think it's a real kindness.
And then after seeing little Adam, Pa hollered for his medicine, and then he managed to get down a whole bowl of soup. Oh, he just couldn't stop talking about that little boy. I tell you, Margot, bringing that baby down here has made a whole world of difference. It's given Pa back his will to live. I am so deeply grateful to you for making the trip.
Oh, Claire, I was glad to do it.
When Adam grows up, you tell him he helped to save an old man's life. Better go. Ben was kind enough to stay with Pa while I came down here to see Hadley.
All right, honey.
See you tomorrow.
All right, good night, Claire. She's an incredible woman.
You're pretty incredible yourself.
We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment. And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
Hal,
Maybe I better go.
maybe you should.
Pity. Oh, boy.
We gotta talk. We were gonna talk before Claire got here, and now I think it's more important than ever.
Yeah.
I have known for a long time that there have been these feelings between us that go beyond friendship.
So have I.
So have Tom and Barbara. They've sensed it, and I think that's why they feel so threatened.
Well, that's understandable. I was in love with you when Adam was conceived, and I know that you loved me.
Even before Adam. And it's grown stronger since. Tom was worried about my coming down here without him.
I know, so was Barbara.
I know. We gotta find a way to deal with these feelings. You know, having a son together and loving him together is one thing, but we're married to other people. People that we love even more. And I don't want to ever do anything to hurt Tom any more than I know you want to hurt Barbara.
No, no, of course not.
Problem is, I love you, Hal. I always have, always will.
And I love you. I always have, I always will. No, well, how long is this going to
If
go
we had
on?
babies
My
with our individual
God.
partners, it would be better.
Yeah. Have you thought about asking Matt to change partners?
No. I do my best work as a cop when you're my partner.
Yeah, me too.
You know, if Tom and I have a baby, if and when, I'm gonna probably take a long maternity leave, you know. Maybe, you know, with 2 kids.
I should retire, you know, and become a full-time wife and mother.
Well, I think that would be wonderful for you, Margot, and it would certainly ease what's going on here. But until that happens, how are we supposed to cope with what we feel?
I don't know. I don't know.
Man, I didn't know better. I swear Andy was on something. I've never seen him on such a high.
Yeah, well, I guess Julie has that effect on him.
Yeah, he, you want to go back to the castle? I think I like that party better.
Hey there. Oh, hi, Carrie. Where's Bruce? Oh, he's out on the dance floor taking pictures of this couple who look just like Fred and Ginger.
You know, he'd have a better picture if he went into the men's room. Maybe he can catch Kevin still in the dryest with the electric hand dryer. What a jerk. Do you remember the way he acted at Andy's party? You know, making those racial comments about Bo and Noah being together? You know, I'll bet he's the one that spiked the punch.
You know what? I didn't even realize. Gosh, that party seems like ages ago.
Right.
You know, it's weird to think that Andy moved out already. You know, I heard that his girlfriend was older, but I didn't realize she was that much older.
Well, you really played a great game, Ron. Ron, you got last week.
Dixon, I've been meaning to call you. Hope you're coming to our pledge party.
I don't know. I didn't even know about it until now.
Well, you and Julie got my personal invitation.
All right, thanks a lot.
See you there.
Thanks a lot, Ron. Yeah, see you around.
Bye.
I don't believe it.
What?
Well, that guy's the captain of the football team, and he's president of the snobbiest fraternity on campus. I didn't even know he knew who I was.
Hey, Dixon.
Vito.
How come you haven't introduced me to this gorgeous chick?
Vito Campeggio, this is Julie Wendell.
Hi.
Hello?
You must be new around campus. Have you tried out for the cheerleading yet?
No, I'm not a student here.
Hey, I'm worried.
Oh.
Forget about that little chickie. She only goes for losers.
No sign of Paul?
Well, I don't think he's up to facing a crowd with the trial so soon. A lot of guys here would just give him grief.
Any idea when it's going to start?
I think within a day or two.
Man, I'd love to sit in on that trial. Cut class. I mean, from what I've read about the case, I'd give anything to hear Emily Stewart's eyewitness account.
And they all lived happily ever after. That's all the time we got for bedtime stories tonight. Good night. Good night. Everybody get in bed, Scoot.
Good night, kids.
Night, Daddy.
Good
night. Night, Daddy. Night, Grandpa.
See you at breakfast. And so, to continue that conversation, are you playing me for a fool with Miss Stewart, Brock?
Of course not, Papa. You're just being paranoid again.
And why are you still having intimate conversations with her?
Because I realized I can't let her know there's anything askew in the relationship until after the trial.
Why not?
She's a woman, Papa. If Benedict gets her on the stand, starts asking her questions about me, God only knows what she'll say if she's feeling hurt and vengeful. Come on. Wouldn't want to put us in that kind of position.
It does make sense. What happens when Benedict asks her about your relationship in the trial? We cannot let the truth come out about that.
That's why I want to get back to Oakdale and talk to Emily so we can agree on a story.
Speaking of which, I'm still intrigued by that conversation I overheard between Paul and Emily about sticking to their story. Obviously, they're covering up something.
So what?
So that's perjury.
So you're going to lecture Emily Stewart on perjury? That should be good.
I think we better join the others.
I'll be in a minute.
Hello?
Hi. It's the wealthy guy from the exclusive suburb.
Hi. When are you coming back?
Well, hopefully I'll be back in tomorrow. Look, I know this is hard on you. I hate being a part two, but...
I wish I could believe that. It's kind of hard when my mother keeps dwelling on the divorce and how long it's taking.
Well, I told you, as soon as the trial gets over with, I'm going to get this divorce thing settled once and for all. Until then, you're just going to have to trust me. And until then, you're just going to have to remember how much I love you.
Well, I love you too.
Okay, well, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, the whole world looks marginally better after a bath. You want one?
Well, actually, the world looks marginally better after talking to Brock. He's getting a divorce as soon as he's done testifying.
Oh, really? Well, I hope so, but still.
Why do you worry so much about me? Why don't you worry about your own private life? At least Brock is promising me a future, which is more than I can say about you and John.
Who is it?
John. I'm sorry if I came by kind of late.
Oh, no, it's all right. Come on.
Hi, Emily.
Hi, I'm going to go to Grandma's now, okay? I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
I just got out of the tub.
You look fine. Just fine.
This is a surprise. I thought you were going to go see Lucinda.
Yeah, I did. I left there about half an hour ago. She told me a bit of the experience of going down to Montega.
Oh, that must have been an ordeal.
She visited a mass grave where Sierra was buried.
Then it's really certain Sierra's dead.
You know, I thought the experience would have changed, and then Ambrose came in and they started talking and plotting as to how they can track down Lily. Lucinda just thinks of herself. The hell with everybody else's feelings. It just makes me very, very angry.
I understand.
I'd be lost without you know that?
How long do you think it'll take before you can find out something about Lily's financial? Sure.
I just want you to know that it's against my better judgment.
I've noted that, darling. Please just get on with it. And I also want you to think of something for me to do about Tonio Reyes, because this whole search for Sierra has been a horrible, nasty, cruel scam.
Would you have any proof of that?
No, I don't have any proof, but the ring was sent a year ago.
Why don't you just lay the whole thing to rest and forget about it?
Why does everybody say that to me? Why do I have to hear that? Let things stay, let things rest. What am I around here? Always I'm patsy for everybody? Do I have to be Tonio's patsy now, too?
Well, you always knew that there was a risk in that. I just wish that instead of expending all your energies in getting back to Tonio, that you'd spend a little of them on getting your own life back in order, starting with John.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. What do you want me to do? I'm supposed to get down on my hands and knees and crawl around with that man.
No. I'm not asking you to do that. But I still believe that John is a very important part of your life, and he feels the same way about you. And I still believe that the two of you can get together and meet on common ground. But you may have to make the first move. Well, now I've got to go. I'll call you in the morning.
If I can't have more dessert, I want to go home. No, actually, Nancy's been getting the both of us up at the brink of dawn for a brisk walk around the park. In a couple of months, she'll have me jogging. Oh,
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
Good night, all.
Listen,
Good night,
I'm
Mac.
going
Good
to
night,
go too,
Mom.
so just in case Hal calls me, I am home. Would you walk me out?
Sure.
Good. Good night, all.
Good night, Barbara. How you doing?
This bond between Margot and Hal, it's like a magnet that keeps drawing them together. You know, Dad, I very rarely even think of the affair they had. And then on nights like this, I can't stop remembering that they did, in fact, make love and conceive the baby.
But she loves you. And that's why she's still married to you.
Wasn't that long ago that she loved Hal, too, Dad?
Son, I don't have any magical treatment for this. But just don't let doubt eat away at you. You've got a good marriage now.
I think you're right, Dad. My energies would best be spent on the election or maybe what time Duke will bring Leanne home tonight, which I'm sure will be late.
Oh, Tommy, I really don't think you have anything to worry about with Duke. Underneath all of that hair, he's really a pretty good kid.
I'll remember that when I'm watching the clock tonight. Thanks both for your company.
Okay.
I love you. I'll see myself.
Love you too. Good night.
Good night. Well, Duke and Leanne, Andy and Julie, dancing till dawn. Who would have thought?
You know, honey, I would really appreciate it if you didn't take this thing between Julie and Andy so lightly.
I wasn't aware that I did. It's just that, as I've said very often, I've been through this before with Franny.
Yes, but Franny was different. She didn't have a drinking problem.
Look, we have to let these kids go. It's just natural for them to leave the nest sooner or later.
Andy moving in with Julie is hardly leaving the nest. It's more like taking a flying leap.
Well, I can't predict how or when this will end, but Andy's made the choice. He'll have to live with the consequences. And I gotta tell you, the kid seems happy.
Yes, that's the way it seems. Now. But I'm telling you, there's something about that girl. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't expect you to understand. You're not his father. Maybe John is the only one who can understand.
You know, you and John are not going to be able to pick Andy's girlfriends.
Well, now that's not fair. Just like that remark you made about John leaning on me.
I think it's more than fair. He's around here all the time. I'm surprised he didn't show up tonight. I guess he's off being a chaperone at the dance or something.
Oh, Lord. Oh, I hope you're wrong. Please not. Although, you know, I have to admit, I really am glad that he does stop by from time to time. It gives us both a chance to talk about how we're feeling.
Really? Well, I think he's a user. And I think he's using you the way he uses Susan.
Oh, honey, come on. I certainly haven't heard Susan complaining about it. She is probably the one who's taking advantage. John is very vulnerable right now.
Hello.
Hi, Bob, it's Hal. Is Barbara there?
Hal, you just missed her. She's on her way home. How's your dad?
Well, it's hard to tell. He started taking his medicine, which is good, and seeing Adam seemed to help a lot.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Thanks. Well, I'll try Barbara at home now, then. Thanks, Bob. Bye. And I think that would be a phone call that would perhaps be better made from my room.
Good idea.
Good idea, yeah.
I'm really glad that we talked.
So am I, but I don't have the slightest idea of how I'm going to get rid of these feelings. Hey, come on, give me a break. What can I say? You're a sexy broad. Get some sleep.
You too. Good night. Pal, thanks for the PJ.
Why don't you go ahead and keep them? You do a lot more for them than I do.
Well, this is an old Dookie Kramer. Remember me from Andy's party?
Yeah, I remember, though I tried my best to forget.
I hear you're an orderly. There must be like a big challenge to like juggle bedpans.
Duke, let's go and dance.
Yeah, okay, just a second. Now, why don't you go get us some punch?
Okay, just don't start anything.
No problem. Just gonna finish something I started last June.
Can you do an item? Incredible. Yeah, I was talking to that Fox Julie earlier. Sweet thing. How'd you let a number like her get away? Couldn't you find yourself another American girl? Or you just dig Oriental chicks, right?
Stop. Okay, stop it right now.
No problem.
I guess I better be getting back to the executive club.
Look, you don't have to leave.
I really think it would be best, you know, for everybody.
Excuse me. Hello? May I speak to John, please? Hold on. It's Lucinda. What do you want me to say?
I'll talk to her. Thanks. Yeah, hello.
I hope the sound of my voice won't put a damper on any of this evening's activities.
She hung up on me. She's checking up, you know. Is that invitation still open?
Do you have to ask?
I hope you're on the first plane out of there tomorrow.
Well, actually, I was hoping to take Adam by to see his grandfather one more time.
Okay. Then you tell me when you'll be arriving, and I'll be there to pick you up.
Thank you for being so understanding. God, I wish you were here with me and Adam.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I just miss you a lot.
Hi, hon. I'm glad I finally reached you. I tried you at the loft and then over at Kim's, but we just kept missing each other.
Evidently, I tried your room several times.
I was with Margot and Adam. And then Claire stopped by to tell us how good it was for Harold to meet Adam.
Well, I'm glad the trip was such a success. Boy, I miss you. I wish I could get on a plane and be with you tonight.
So do I. Well, listen, I'm really beat, so I'm gonna turn in, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Love you.
I love you too.
Good night.
Stay tuned for Guiding Light, next on most of these CBS stations. Children's Clothes by Good Lad of Philadelphia. Join us tomorrow for As the World Turns.